Hello. Welcome to the stream. I'm Talion Trebier, and today I'm here for an art stream. Um, I don't really have anything prepared, which is kind of scary because I'm the kind of person that usually likes to draw when I have a clear image in my head. So, you know, this might end up being like a while of me just kind of waffling about what to draw. So if that happens, I'm sorry. I kind of just decided on a whim to do this art stream, Expedition 33 themed, which honestly I probably should have done anyway, because it's something that I've been meaning to do more of, like doing art streams for the different games that I've played. I remember I promised a 1000 Times Resist art stream a long time ago, and then never got around to it. Maybe someday. And welcome, Tori and Koki. Glad to have you in the chat. I actually just realized when I saw your comment, Koki, that I probably should have prepared some kind of like props for this. I could possibly do that now, just make myself a little like beret hat or something. But yeah, Expedition 33 art stream. Um, hmm. The big question is what to draw. Do I want to just go in and make some props? I feel like that might end up taking, although, no, it should be pretty quick. You know what? Here, I'm just gonna make myself a beret really quick. I had a, here, I have an icon up. I can, not that. I should have thought to do this before the stream. Unfortunate. Uh, I just want to like have myself as a model. I'm not sure if I should just put it on straight and then I probably should just put it on top and then I can rotate it in VTube Studio. Oh, there's a kitty licking my hand. Hmm. Make myself a nice beret. Is that too small? I feel like that's maybe too small. Hats are hard. It might actually be easier to just do it like on an angle. Is that good enough? I think maybe that's good enough. Ah, I'm gonna wiggle a bit anyway in YouTube Studio. Yeah, exactly. Like I can adjust the what's it? The angle of it. Ah, come on. Myself a little bit lighter. Oi, pen. Oh, you're sick, Tori. That's sorry to hear that. Hope you feel better soon. Oh my gosh, why is the pen not cooperating? What is going on? Oh, okay, well that one was better, but Okay, maybe that's good enough. Does that look okay? These don't really connect, but I don't like this. Maybe that's as good as it's gonna get. That's an okay looking beret. Honestly, I don't want it to be perfect just because that'll take forever and I have other stuff to do in this stream. Here, I probably had a good red a while back. Oh, what? I'm going to. Where's the heck? Where's the settings? Oh my gosh. Come on. What the heck is this? Why is it like in a separate tab? There we go. And yeah. Is that a good color? Maybe a little bit too like purpley. I think that'll do. Oops. Um, okay. And now let's just crop this. I actually like to keep a little bit of space around, or at least when I made my party hat asset, I gave it a little bit of space just so that it pins to my head better. Because if the center is here, then it's gonna get like pinned to whatever's here. But I want it to get pinned to my head. I think this should probably be okay. Let me try that. Okay. We have a hat. Let's go put it on. Um, I keep forgetting what the controls are. Also, why is it? It has like a white outline around it. There we go. Is that good enough? I think maybe that's good enough. It looks really weird that it doesn't have shading, but oh well. All right. We're ready now. We have a hat. Um, okay. Now, the big question. What to actually draw. Um, hmm. I mean, I was thinking I might want to illustrate my crowning achievement of this game, that of course being the creation of the Mael bomb. Um, hmm. Hmm. Let's see. I mean, we can also draw multiple things, although I'm slow, so I don't know how well multiple things will work. But I really need to like not be staring at a blank canvas. That's the worst. Um, all right. Let's draw my L-bomb doing her thing. I think I have an idea for how to do that, except I'm not very good at drawing explosions, so I might just kind of wing it. So the idea is that we can draw like a great big explosion of stuff, and maybe like Nevron parts or something flying out of it, and then up. I was gonna draw clouds, but I feel like the clouds will look too similar to the explosion, and you won't be able to tell what's really happening. Hmm, I don't know. Blank canvas is the epitome of void shares back at you energy. Blank canvases are the worst, especially when like I don't have a vision of what I want to see on the canvas, you know? Here, maybe if I make the clouds more like wispy rather than just kind of like that. I don't know. What kind of clouds do I draw? That doesn't really look like a cloud either. That kind of looks like a cloud. But anyway, the idea is to have Mael in the clouds um winking down at us or something, waving triumphantly. Here, I think this needs like a horizon line of some kind. Oh gosh. So we can tell that those are clouds in the sky. Come on. Not that. I feel like I don't have enough space here. I need space. Let me just move this down more. And then have like I definitely will need to look up references. I don't have any references up right now, but um do like a doing like a whoops, like a thumbs up. Whoops. Ah! Pen. Oh god, that looks god awful. Why is my pen being weird? Because even though she's dead, she blew up the enemies. Oh. What am I doing with my life? Oh boy. Oh my gosh. All right, hang on. I'm gonna need to get some references. Where do I get references? Here we go. I copy pasted a little mile for reference. My little Mael face here looks pretty terrible. I need to move my mic out of the way. I feel like mine also just looks way more like anime. Which is not necessarily bad, but... Oops. Here, hang on. I should save this. At the end of the day, what is a ref and what is a friends? It's a good question. Oh my gosh, why is this not working? At least the pen is like sort of working. Get her off this layer and onto her own layer. Do we need her to be smaller? Maybe we need her to be smaller. The ponytail is very, what's it? Very iconic. I'm gonna have to move that thumbs up. Oh gosh, what happened? Oh, I accidentally hid the reference layer, is what happened. I find abnormally long ponytails really funny looking. I don't have a problem with them, but I think I want her to be like turned more to the side. And I might try to do just like a quick sketch of where her arm would be. Um, hmm. I feel like her face looks a little bit weird. Um, I think it's just kind of too long. I maybe made her forehead a little bit too big. Maybe more like that. I think her ponytail is also maybe too high. Let me see if I can check another reference. Like her ponytail doesn't really like stick up that much. Like it kind of does. I don't know. I do think that where I have it now is not right. Boy. More like that, maybe? That's better. Um, like I need a proper reference of like a thumbs up. Yeah, I'm like not. That's not right. It's like not enough of her hand visible. I think I can maybe even just move this, move her fingers out a little bit. Yeah. Oh gosh. What am I doing? Um, looks awful. It's even worse than what I had before. You know what? Part of the reason is I think I put like too much of an angle in her wrist there. Like wrists don't really bend like that. Hmm. It should be a little bit more vertical. I'm like trying to look at my hand while I draw. Oh, come on. Mm. Ah, I feel like it just keeps getting worse and worse. Boy, pen. Baby steps, yeah. It's an iterative process. Just keep on going until you find something that works. I feel like now her thumb is like too big compared to the rest of her fingers. We're kind of getting there, maybe. Well, maybe it's her other fingers that need to be bigger. Mm, that's slightly better. I think maybe let's make the entire thing a little bit smaller now. That's maybe good enough. Um, I think at some point, if I go into more details on this, I'm gonna have to figure out her like her jacket and her sleeves and whatnot. But I think for now, this is probably fine. I don't even really know where I'm going with this. I'm just kind of doing stuff. Um, hmm. What helpless Nevrons do we want to inflict terrible violence on? Nevrons or whatever other enemies. Renoir, maybe. Hmm. Love the meme energy. Yeah, it's what I'm here for. I feel like I usually draw more serious stuff, but I'm feeling memes today. We've got our hat. We've got our Mael bomb. What more do we need? Was that English? I don't know what you were referring to. Oh, were you talking about me saying stuff about Nevrons and whatnot? Because Nevrons are a thing from this game. So I don't know if you're coming in with any context whatsoever on Expedition 33, but we're doing Expedition 33 today. Um, I have zero context, but I got the notification, so well, thank you for coming. Um, Expedition 33 is a game that is very French and very cool and very beautiful, but also I'm doing memes. So, um, I guess for context on my memes, one of the things that I did in this game is I made a build where this character would like whenever she died, she would like do a whole bunch of damage to the enemies and like heal her allies and give them a bunch of buffs and stuff. So it's like that was the strat. Just let her die. Beautiful French memes, yeah. So that is the part of the game that I'm currently attempting to illustrate. So this is the explosion over here. So I was just wondering which enemies we want to get caught up in the explosion. We could have, I think what we really want to have is have some kind of Nevron legs flying out of this explosion. Board kamikaze. Yeah, basically. Because there's also a character who collects the enemy's legs and it like unlocks his skills. So I just had an image of like a leg flying out of the explosion and Minoko like jumping to fetch it like a dog, which would be fitting, honestly. Hmm. I feel like if there's stuff happening in the explosion, it should be like just tiny like stick figure doodles. And also my pen is not working. Come on. Pen. Pen, come back to me. You know what? I'm going to change the battery right now. I think if I have a battery sitting around here, I think it's a new unused battery. And I think if giving it a new battery does not fix things, then it is probably time to get a new pen. Okay. Well, with the new battery, it is working for now. We'll see how long that lasts. All right. Hmm. Uh, I might want to put something in like in this environment, like put some kind of something that's not just a blank space. I don't know where I would want to set this though. Maybe I'm thinking too much about my memes. But I feel like the specificity adds to the humor, you know? Um, and I guess do I want to have like the other characters in there? Do I want like Mael's dead body? Well, I guess I would say on the side, but she wouldn't be on the side. She would be in the middle of the explosion, right? Um, Hmm. Hmm. So much to think about. Memes, the most thought-provoking subject. I don't know. I didn't really like think beyond this. I mean, I guess we could also just leave this here and draw some other memes. You considered adding the interface element that pops up when all the pictos go off? But that's an idea. I'm not sure where I would put that. And I would need to like get a reference for what that looks like. Um, hmm. Hmm. I mean, I could try to put in the other characters there who are like gaining health or getting buffed or whatever. Hmm. I don't know about that though. I do think it would be potentially funny to add Minoko chasing after a Nevron leg. Or just like putting the Nevrons that are exploding in here. Hmm. It could also be funny to be exploding Renoir, though. Or the Paintress. That also works. I don't know the math that you're mathing, Tori. French equals bureau? I don't know. Um, hmm. Oh, beret, yeah. Yeah. That is what the beret is for. Um, I don't know. I'm kind of stumped. What is this missing? I mean, it doesn't have to be missing anything. We could just go in on the line art. Or just draw something else. Hmm. That's the problem with going into an art stream without a set idea. Just kind of winging it. Hmm. Actually, I think for the Pictos interface, I think the best way to do it would probably be to just literally screenshot from my game and just put um like the actual literal screenshot UI in there. Just because I think the contrast between the like silly meme art and like actual graphics would be funny. Here, let me see if I can. It would be hard to find though, to find the exact moment when something goes off. Although I do remember, where was it? It was like at the end of the Paintress fight or something. We like killed her with a Mael bomb. That should be a moment that's easy to find. Let me see if I can find that. Um, oops. Make sure I don't have the sound on for it, so I don't accidentally blast you guys with it. Okay, yeah, here we go. Oh, I think I found it. Mm. It also has like a whole bunch of other stuff that isn't just the deaths, but I think that's probably okay if we get a whole bunch of other Pictos in there. Oh gosh. The the resolution isn't great, but let's see what we can do with this. I don't know if we probably don't need the whole thing. But look at that list. That is pretty funny. Here, you know what? I don't want to crop it necessarily because I want to keep the rest in case I decide I want it later. But I can at least just kind of mask it out. Is that readable? I feel like it's pretty small. But there's the list. There she goes. Um, or maybe we want to put it like at the site of the explosion. I don't know where we want to put it. 'Cause it does take up a lot of space, but I think if I make it smaller, it's not going to be readable. Um, hmm. Oh, whoops. Moved the wrong thing. Um, or maybe like put that with her. I don't know. The tricky composition over here. Because I don't want it to like covering too much of the clouds, because then you're not going to be able to see that it's clouds. Maybe just like here next to her? Maybe put it like over here and then move some of the... Move the explosion over? Hmm. I don't know if this looks quite right. I do kind of like the added context of seeing all this, but it's hard to fit it into the image. Why does that... Hang on, I just noticed it says protecting death times two. What does that mean? Make it slightly transparent? Yeah, that could work. Or I was also thinking of putting it partially behind her so that you still like get the gist of it, but it doesn't like cover stuff so much. I think that might be the way to go actually. Just have her overlapping it a little bit. But seriously, what is this times two? What does that mean? Did she trigger it twice? Can she trigger it twice? How? What? That's so interesting. I never noticed that before. Oops. Let's move the explosion to a separate layer. Ah, come on. Oops. I'm gonna do this a little bit differently. Put that, do that, and then here I can now use the mask instead for although nah, no, I like the way I had it before better. I think what I'll do instead is at some point I can have a Mael, and then she'll just have like a background. Like that kind of. Like that. I don't know. I can keep fiddling with it. Something like that. Are they a particularly explodey character personality wise? Um, not really. Hmm. Oh, I have a fluffy. Here's a fluffy. We have a little kitty. All right. How much effort do we want to put into this? I feel like it's pretty decent. I don't know if I even want to like do line art on this or just leave it with like sketch lines. Kitty, what are you doing? You rubbing against my monitor. Um, hmm. Like the explosion needs to be bigger, maybe. Oh, whoa. What just happened? Oh, oops. Wrong color and wrong tool. Beautiful. It is explodey for sure. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should have like Nevron parts or something like flying out of the explosion. Just like random debris. Just to make it a little bit more violent, you know? Give it a little bit more oomph. Minoko screaming as a foot flies away. Well, my idea before was to have a foot flying out of the explosion and Minoko, like, leaping after it. Yeah, I think we can do that. Just have, like, a really tiny, scraggly little, like, stick figure Minoko. Mm. So, like, I would put it, like, here, but I feel like that doesn't really work with the composition. If we don't mind Minoko being more in the background, maybe he could be, like, here. Or, like, off to the side there. Or maybe if we want to put it, like, here. That could maybe work. You know what? We can do some options. Let's give it a try. Um, so how do you make like a really tiny but recognizable foot is the question. That's maybe recognizable as a foot. It doesn't look like it's flying though. I don't know. Mm. I mean, I guess we could just make it bigger. There's also the question of what a Nevron foot even looks like, because Nevrons come in so many weird shapes. So I feel like maybe I'll just make it a generic looking foot. It just kind of looks like a boot. I mean, boot is a form of foot, I guess. Let me look up a Minoko reference real quick. He's just like a funny shaped little guy. Oh, that guy got long arms too. Hard to find like a full body image of him. It's not great because he's like sitting down in it, but I think it'll do. Um, okay, here, let's make a reference folder. Just he's out of the way. like just kind of like a stick figure Minoko. With his long, long arms. That looks so weird. That looks so weird. I hate it. It's so cursed. That's an odd goober. It is an odd goober. I think the issue is that we don't get his like his face looks weird or mask or whatever. I don't know. This is bad. I hate it. Um, so Minoko shape is like very, very like top heavy. Like a whoa, like that with like a head kind of there and long arms like that. That is that a reasonable Minoko shape? Let me see if I can find a different full body reference of him. Whoa, the big one. Yeah, okay, my shape was pretty decent. Like the mask like that. That's an okay Minoko shape. I guess there's also the question of if I want to draw him holding his weapon too, which I think probably not, maybe? I guess Minoko's shape is just kind of cursed anyway, so I should draw his like outfit. That's better, I think. I feel like I want him to be smaller though, and probably the foot too. Just like a little, little thing over here. Um, I do think the foot isn't really capturing the idea of being blown out from an explosion. Kind of getting there. Um, I think maybe they just need to be closer to the explosion. Whoops. So you can like see where they got exploded from. That makes a little bit more sense to me, I think. We want Minoko's arm to be kind of more outstretched. Is that okay? Um, okay. I think that's working. I guess do we want to try inking this? I feel like this is the sort of thing that might be fine without being inked. In particular, I feel like the explosion would be hard to capture. Maybe we're fine as is. I could just like clean up the lines. I feel like we could definitely make her hair messier. I don't know how much detail I really want to go into for her outfit here, but I think we might need a better mile reference if we want to do that. Mm. I'll put like more detail in her ponytail probably. Although for something like this, I feel like we don't need to go crazy on that. That's probably fine. Um, I still don't really love how her hand looks. Also, I guess we can try to try to get a better reference. Let's see, what do we have? I feel like so much of the art is in this like very high contrast style, which obviously is, in line with the literal name of the game, but it does make it a little bit difficult to see details. Oh, is this the official art? That has good details. Okay, so we can kind of see that she has like a glove thing on her right hand. Boy, what did I do? These outfits are just so complicated. Look at that cape. It's like it's so shaped. It has so much going on. I don't want to go into like full details necessarily, but just kind of imply the details a little bit. Like that's probably enough for my L, right? I think that's probably enough. I do kind of want to keep adjusting her hand here. I feel like it still looks weird. It still looks super weird. I don't know. I think I'm not going to get that perfect. Mm, how do you even draw clouds? Who knows? I wonder what the sky even is sometimes. Yeah. Boy, pen. Hmm. That's kind of weird looking clouds. I don't like that. Maybe that's as good as it's gonna get. Okay, whatever. Good enough. I think you get the gist that it's clouds. Okay, that's fine. Do I want to put anything else in this landscape? Probably not. I feel like that would just kind of take away from it. Although, actually, why the heck am I spending so much time on these clouds when I'm going to cover them up anyway? Yeah, it's good enough. Oops. Oh gosh, what am I doing? Well, there's not really a lot to clean up in the explosion because, you know, it's an explosion. Not supposed to be clean. Whenever you lock in, your model's left eye closes. That is an unfortunate side effect of my setup. It's whenever I lean too close to my monitor. Um, because then I like leave my camera's like kind of off to the side. So if I lean in close, it cuts off the left side of my face and it makes my eye close. Sorry about that. Um, yeah. Maybe I'll fix that at some point somehow. I don't even know how. All right, yeah, I mean, this might be done. Maybe this is done, guys. Or do I want to like adjust this or anything? Um, I kind of want to make Minoko even smaller. Make him a little guy in a big explosion. There we go. I still feel like that doesn't work right with the composition, but it's a meme. I don't think it needs to be that. Um, that serious. Hmm. I don't know. Where do I want him? I think that's maybe good enough. All right. Or do we want to try to like line or color this or anything? I kind of don't want to. I don't know. I think we might be done. Um, well, that was fun though. It's very fun. It's a good meme. I'm still very fond of it. Let's see. I guess do we want to draw some other silly goofiness? We could also just call the stream here and have it be a bit of a shorter stream. I think that's okay. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think that might be it, unless people want other memes drawn. What other memes do we even have for this game? We have Gustav's favorite things. What else was there? I mean, there's the general Frenchness and mimes and whatnot. Hmm. You know what? I think I just want to put like more space between her and the thumbs up. Nothing for SKA. I don't know. Do we really have like SKA memes? Um, I mean, if the people can demand SKA, we can try to draw an SKA, but I don't really know what I would do with him. SKA sitting off to the side, distracted by something. SKA's off to the side with popcorn, watching the show. Or SKA's like, um, flying by in the, oh, flying by in the background over here. Woo. For the longest, I believed you were just actually closing your eye. No, I'm not closing my eye. It's just weird tracking. I'm sorry. Not a meme, but it could be funny if he's like piling up rocks while my album happens. Um, hmm, let's see. What can we do with SKA? It would be a little bit funny if he's just like doing something random while there's violence happening. You know what I kind of want to do? Just have him like really close up to the camera. Just like a little corner of SKA. Hang on, let's pull up a reference and see what we can do. Well, this one's really tiny. All right. Hmm. Yeah, this reference isn't very good. It's it's a little bit too tiny. Um, hmm. I think maybe if we just put his face in the corner, that would be pretty funny. I would have to look up a proper reference of his face, but it's like, his face is pretty complicated. I don't think I'm gonna go and draw like all the spikes, but there are spikes. Mm, I don't know. Do we want SK up there? Not really doing much, but he's just being cute. He has quite a few Gooperish party members. Yep, it sure does. It's a good game. You should check it out. I still like don't have him quite right. Oops. What did I do? What did I do? Mm, hard to tell what shape he should be because he's just kind of lumpy in general. I feel like he can just be whatever shape he wants. That's a fine SKA shape. I'll fix up the spiky things though. All right. Spiky bits. Yeah, you know what? I'll give them a little bit of detail. Is that good enough? That's probably a good level of detail. Where it kind of implies the detail, but it's not too much. Good enough? That's probably good enough. I probably should have done that on a separate layer, though. Oh well. Um, His little face is so silly. About a reasonable SKA. He's a tough little guy to draw. Is he like taking away from the rest of it too much? I don't know. I can't tell. I feel like maybe I put too much detail into him. Maybe I should just make him bigger. So that he's really like... No, but then he just takes up too much space. Maybe like that, so he's like a little bit more off screen. Chaos, chaos. Mm. There it goes. He's just like kind of a little bit halfway on screen. Not even halfway. Quarter way on screen. Perfect. Pen. Hello. All right. I think that's probably gonna be it. Well, that was a lot of fun. This is probably what he canonically does when we get in fights, to be fair. Yeah. He's just kind of there. Just hanging around. I do love the contrast between SKA Giant in the foreground and then teeny tiny Minoko in the back. It's perfect. All right. Well, thank you for participating in this, guys. That was fun. Oh boy. Game accurate SK and Minoko sizes. All right. Well, I guess that's it. All right. Got a lot done today. We even made me a hat. Look at that. I have a brand new hat now. Um, cool. So, we'll be back on Thursday for Of the Devil. So, you guys should watch that. Eski, look at this big look, he's taking a selfie with this. That's so true. Is that Minoko dying? And also, is that my L dead? All right. Well, thanks for coming, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Um, I guess I'll see you Thursday. All right. Have a good rest of your day, everyone. Good night.